Hey guys, back in the garage again, working on patches. Game plan for today? There's really no game plan on this car right now. Probably in about towards the end of the week, there'll be more of a game plan with this. But what I had done was I pulled down that tail panel because this is what we need. But I'm thinking before we cut into that, I don't know if we're going to be able to fix this. It's pretty bad. The hole's a lot bigger. Everything's just rolled all around. It's a split. It's kind of a mess. But I figured let's try to fix it first. If we can't fix it, then we're just going to sacrifice that piece over there and graft it right in over here. I'll just, I guess, cut it down here across and back up right along here somewhere. So we'll see. I'll try if I can get it fairly. It's got to be on. You know what, though? It's just got to be right on because it's going to stare you right in the face. So I got the lock right here. This is an original cylinder, like this, an original clip. Goes in, this slides in. If you don't have this, you can use one for a door. The door lock will also fit the trunk lock. As a matter of fact, a lot of times when you buy those new locks and everything, they give you that door lock clip for the trunk. But if you have the original, which is the bigger one, always try to use the original if you can. But that's the thing, we got to try to get this to look normal, but still be able to lock the cylinder in on the other side with one of those clips. So give me a second. Let me set this camera up over here. Don't forget to send in your rides. Alrighty, for Friday Night's Car Show. Give me a second. I'm gonna just set this up right. That's right here. All right. I figured let me go grab my precision body tools and see what we could do with this. And I know what's going to happen. We're going to end up cutting it out of that other one anyway, because I've dealt with this so many times. But we'll try. Listen, we'll give it a try. I'm game. Let's see if we can get it to fit. And if not, well, then we'll sacrifice that panel. I don't want the trunk slamming me in the head. So we gotta. This is what I'm thinking about doing. Because this is just way out over here. Yeah, we got a snowball's chance on this one, but I'm willing to give it a try. Okay. Like I said, I've dealt with this so many times with these old cars. People, they just tear into the locks. This thing is so badly bent. It's just so. All right. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I don't want to give up on this. I really don't. But I'm gonna. Because I fought with these so many times, and I'm just gonna let my experience with these things just take over, because they're usually nothing but a headache trying to fix those. You can never get them right. You could just never get them right. And, depending on the color we paint this, it might be very noticeable. I'm not saying black shows everything, but did I say black? Thinking right. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. This far over. I think this brings us out of trouble. Like I say, I don't want to give up, but I'm gonna on this one. I've just fought with these too many times. And every time I'm like, Al, you big dummy. How many times are you going to fight with this before you just bite the bullet? Doesn't have to be perfectly. Well, it looks pretty fairly straight. Huh. That was a terrible line right there. You see that was crooked from across the street. That's a lot less crooked. I'm really okay with. This is what I'm thinking, what we're going to need to cut out of here. Keep it away from that lip of welding. But I want to keep it, you know what, right here I think will work. And up top, this is what I'm thinking. We'll go past that body line. We'll come over. Look at this. It's like on strike with that one. All right. This is what I'm thinking, guys. Okay. This is what I'm thinking. I'll cut within these lines right here all the way around. Then we'll use that piece we cut out as a template for the piece on that brand new panel that we got to cut up, and it's killing me. But, you know, I've dealt with this so many times, and I've looked around. I couldn't find a used one or a beat-up one or anything like that. So, I mean, this is the sacrificial panel right here. Okay, so let me grab my cut-off wheel and my glasses and everything. We're going to cut this off, and we're going to go to the other one, and we're going to cut into a brand new panel. Alrighty, give me a second. Let me get my stuff. All right, guys. I'm going to bring you over here. I want to show you what I did. I marked the center line because I know in between. Here, let me show you. I marked the center line right here in the hole because they ripped this so far over, it's almost deceiving. It almost appears like it's not center, but I know in between the two quarter panels, from this point to this point, it's standard 52 inches on every car. You know, one car might be off a hair here or there, but it's a standard 52-inch width from quarter panel to quarter panel. So I just found a center just to make sure, because it seemed like it was torn over this way too much, and I was right. You can see it's like torn, like pushed over that way. It's really more so important because when we go to lay this on the other piece, I need to find center on the other piece so we put this in the right spot. Okay, so let's cut this up. I know it's going to be noisy, so I'll either turn it down or I'll just listen to, not elevator music, but I don't know, some of you guys, maybe some of the music that I play here is like elevator music. But enough babbling. What do you say we finish this? Here we go. All right, I figured I need to use something a little more delicate than that big right angle cutoff tool. All right, guys, this is going to be loud, so here we go. Ooh, that's hot. Okay, we're gonna let that. There we go, right there on the floor. We'll let that cool. We'll let that cool down because it's hot. So as soon as it cools down, we'll take it over to that brand new panel over there and we'll cut into that new panel. This one right over here. I don't know if I told you guys, it's a brand new panel. It's just killing me to do it. It really is. Well, it's got to get done. This panel won't go to waste either. Because if I come across another car that needs a lower valance or something like that, sometimes you'll find them. Those will be all banged up, or that could be rotted out or something. It's where you might need this piece just to replace sections of another piece. So give that a minute, let the compressor turn off, and we'll see what we do with this panel right here. All right, I'll be right back. All right, here we have it right here. Not too bad. Had a little bit of filler, a little skim right there. So we'll grind all that out. And the problem is, this right here, it's so badly smashed that I can't even get it to sit anywhere near where it's supposed to sit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grind this off. I'm going to cut this away so we can lay it on here flat. I can't like hit it with a hammer or anything like that because it's going to lose its form, and I need it to stay in the same form as where I took it off. So give me a second. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to... All right, I'm going to get my cutter foot. That's what I'm going to do. Give me 1 second. Let's see. This way it'll sit kind of flush when we go to put it on there. All right. I'm not going to be able to touch this because this is going to be hot. You can see the paint's bubbling already. But this is pretty much what I had to do. I had to cut the back off so I can get it to lay flat on that right there. So I'm going to give this a second to cool down. I'll be right back. I had to move this inside here. It was just too hot out in the sun over there. This is what I want to do. I found center on here. I'm going to run a line with this pen, with this paint pen all the way around. And when I cut it, I'm going to leave the line because I can put it in that spot and just trim a little bit back here and there. I don't want to leave too big of a gap from the new metal onto this panel over here. So it's like I say, it's like, carpenter, like leave the line or take the line. We got to leave the line on this one. All right, so let me set you up. It's going to be noisy, so I'm probably just going to fast forward this because this thing is noisy. That's why I felt it was important for me to get the center line on this, because it was just so badly beat up. The thickness of this pen is almost the thickness of the blade width that you're cutting through. So I want to leave the line. I know this is actually bigger than this, but it should be because we lost the metal in between. So hopefully it'll fit kind of snug. We'll see. I don't know what. You know what? Let me grab something so I can prop this up. Let's see. I might have to move you guys. Let's put you right here. If you can, I don't know if you can. You should be able to see right there. All right. So leave the line on this one. All right, guys, this might get a little noisy again. So, here we go. All right. All right, that's the piece we need. We're just going to let that cool down because that's going to be hot as anything. Yeah, you know what? While that's cooling down, I'm going to grab myself a bottle of water. See right there. I'm going to grab myself a bottle of water. It's just so muggy and warm out. It's only like maybe 85. The humidity just seems like, it's terrible. So, you know me. Enough babbling. Let me go get my water. I'll be right back. All right, well, there it is. A little bit bigger of a gap than I wanted there, honestly. But we'll get it. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pull this tape off and just hit it with the with this little right angle grinder, just to clean this up, and we can weld this into place. All right, so here we go. We don't need this anymore. And we're going to take that piece out. Let's take this out of here. All right. All right, we got this setting in place. You know, I mean, I can't see for nothing. Yeah, this should work. This just has to go in a hair. So I might burn my little speed square. I usually have an aluminum one. I can't find it. So let's just tack this into place. Hopefully it'll look okay. Oh, this thing's blinding me right here. This has to come out a little bit. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. Okay. This is good. This has to come out of here. A little bit. This will just, the more time we spend on this, trying to get this right, the easier it's going to make it for us to do the body work on it. Oh, come on. No, I'm not liking that. Right there it is. All right, guys. So that's it. But I think it's going to clean up really nice. So now at least we know we can get the lock in there. And I checked the lock just to make sure we go in there before I welded it all off. So that's pretty much it. You know, I'm just going to clean up a little bit because it's a hot day today, and I just wanted to get a little bit of work done in the garage. So give me a minute. Let me clean up, and we'll see how far we're going to go if we go any further, okay? I'll be right back. All right, guys, it's the end of the day. We didn't get much done, but believe it or not, this little patch, it took a little while. So now we can put the lock back in. I got to skim coat it. There's a few little things here and there I want to try to get out, so we don't have to use as much filler. But that's pretty much it back there. And one of the reasons why I hit that, I didn't want to really weld today. I wanted to really start addressing all of this. But I figured from this point on, starting tomorrow, tomorrow as a matter of fact, we have to take a ride out to Mr. Wilson's. Scraps is out there. He was doing some work to it, so I have to run out there and take care of something on that really quick. So we're going to take a ride out to Mr. Wilson. So if you want to take a ride with me. But I figured that back lock was probably the last of the biggest problems with the body panels and things. I know the quarter panel might need that little patch panel on the passenger behind here. That's right over here. You might have to do a patch panel right down over there. But we'll see. We'll dig into that tomorrow after we come back from Mr. Wilson's. We'll dig into that. And I think we're probably, you know what? No, we're not going to dig into that. What we're going to do is we're going to start hitting this. And we're going to start DAing this car down. We're going to start taking it down. And then when we need a break from DAing the car down, that's when we'll jump back onto the welding and we'll put that patch panel in, if it needs a patch panel. So that's, we'll bounce back and forth like that, because body work it's like watching paint dry sometimes. So, I like to bounce around back and forth. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to keep you posted on what was going on with Patches. And Patches is moving slowly, but you're going to start to see it's going to slowly start picking up. Probably within the next, a couple of days, you're going to start to see progress getting done on this car. It's just all the little tedious things. And I know I still have some welding to do and fixing and cleaning up inside. But we're going to hit that in between as we move along. So, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, I just wanted to keep you posted on what was going on with Patches, and Patches is slowly getting there. And that's pretty much it. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Oh, hold on a second. Don't forget to send in your rides for Friday night's car show. Send it to my email, keepitsimplegarage@gmail.com. 2 pictures of the car, your name, and that's pretty much it. Just shoot me in the comments. Just shoot me a comment saying, hey, I'll go check your email, because sometimes a day or two will go by, and I don't want to miss your call for Friday night's car show. All right, so now I appreciate you guys watching, and you guys take care of yourselves.